Hey, welcome back to Happy Little Notaries. Today is look dev day, look development. We're going to be working on making a macro look for these 6 shots that are pulled from a short film that I'm working on, The Call of the Wood. But in the little color circle that I hang out with and talk to various people, I challenge them to I gave them these 6 images and said, as part of this week's kind of quick look dev challenge, let's kind of make 2 different looks for these 6 images that is cohesive across them all. So it's macro level look dev. These images are already in Davinci Wide Gamma, Davinci Wide Intermediate. If you want to play around with them, they are available. They're just DPX files on the Happy Little Notaries website. There's a link in the description. You can go get them yourselves and play around and follow along. But they're just stills from The Call of the Wood. That's going to premiere on April 1st. Be sure to check that out. But right now, that's a completely different look. We're going to play around with making and attempting to make. The challenge was 2 options. We're going to start with the first one and then probably do another video on the second one. The first option is like a Neo Noir gritty crime thriller, and the other one was Hallmark Christmas. So thinking through the look dev of those 2 options. So we're already starting in Davinci Wide Gamma, Davinci Wide Intermediate, and I'm just going to go, I don't have a tree built at all. We're going to go right here and just dive right in to what we're doing. Let's make sure that, there we go. Everything looks good now. Let's dive right into what we're doing. We're going to bring up OpenDRT stick shift, and all this should be good right there. And yeah, let's just play around with this. We're going to want to probably bring down, so what we got to remember is that what we're making and what we're doing has got to be fitting with a gritty crime noir. So everything, maybe make that contrast a little bit harder. I like this high contrast control. So you can actually pop that high contrast up, change where that breaks. It's so fun. Mid contrast, golly. Stick shift is so fun. Let's see here. Purity compress. Do we have a low contrast in here? Alright, so where are we going with this? This is just cleaning it up. Right, like that. R value. Should we shift things? I think we should. Maybe have a little fun with it. So when we think about gritty crime noir, we're thinking contrasty. We can affect the contrast of the, oh golly. I have not dived all the way down to the bottom of this. I know DCTL runs out at a certain point in terms of using the panel, so it's like a mix of doing it with the mouse. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to our library. Let's bring in a scatter. We're going to want that a little early in the system. So let's pick that up in Davinci Wide Gamut. We're going to go with Pro Mist here. Let's make it a little. There we go. Let's see what that is on, off. Alright, like that. Definitely want halation, but I usually use halation. Alright, like that. And just make sure I don't believe anything that tells me. See, that's kind of going somewhere. And then we're going to have to bring in we're going to play around with our saturation via contour. Is where we're going to go with that. Oh, the other challenge with this whole thing was this look that we developed needs to travel across all 6 shots, and it needs to, and now I get it. I get that this shot probably wasn't shot for this look. It was not at all. We're going to want to take down, kind of bleach it out a little bit. Something that is going to have to work for all of these shots, mind you, which it's just, yeah, what, add in grain. That was the other challenge, is to minimize, could only spend 10 minutes doing this, was one of the other parameters of the challenge. 10 minutes to build a look that you think can carry the weight of being a gritty crime noir. And this is kind of the hero shot. So if we have that right there, like so, let's see, we're feeling a little bit better in here. That's a little dark, a little saturated. Let's play around with that saturation a little bit more. Right down here, is that just too much? And then maybe we'll just take and go drop around. Let's see. I'm playing by the seat of my pants here. Building this from scratch. We're gonna add in. Yeah, I gotta do this fast. Think about it. Find it. Find what you're wanting. There we go. Let's bring this up a little. There we go. Let's see how that does to this. There we go. Now I'm feeling a little bit more confident. So yeah, it's not bad. Let's see how that does to here. That is a little weirdly exposed. It definitely has grit and things like that. And so that's like one of the things is the node that we can't do, well, in terms of being able to bring it up according to the rules, would be to use exposure balance. So if we were to put in this guy here and work under it, oops, wrong button. Bring up that exposure a little bit, like so. That'd be a little bit better right there. We'll probably need that same node. Let's bring that in here. But we can turn that off, turn that on. And, I mean, this is pretty much just dialing in exposure for this shot here. Low saturated. This one feels way hot, and that's one of the things that we'll have to bring down. We'll bring down and bring all this back in. If we were actually grading this under that look, be some of the things. I'd want to do. Alright, and that'd be the same for this as well. That's not bad to bring that in. And so yeah, the question is, where would you draw that line? So these are kind of our shot level. We're not doing any look level. But if you were then given, here is the look that we built with where we started and where we're going. I don't think it's too shabby. But it is this node right here that is that exposure adjustment that we're dealing with. So anyways, these clips are available on the website. There's a link in the description. You can go over there, go download the 6 DPX files and follow along if you didn't already follow along to see where this goes in terms of making the look. If you take those footages and make that look, please take the time to send me email at create@December18studios. I'd love to see your work. I might even talk about it here if you have the power grade for it. Do all that. But the next video is either going to be a random one that YouTube thinks you want to watch, or I'm going to get around to telling it you get to watch the Hallmark Christmas version of this challenge. So until next time, have a happy little no true day.